So what the hell is Jack Slack talking about? One thing that we're going to go today is something that Jack Slack mentions quite a lot in his podcasts and a lot of his podcasts, and that's the jab and dip. He usually references Roberto Duran when he's talking about this. So the jab and dip is basically, from my interpretation, you're jabbing and then you're going to maybe dip down to one side here, jab, dip down to one side this side, or jab, dip down in the centre. So what you're trying to do is you're poking your jab out there at your opponent and then moving your head off so that if your opponent throws something back at you, your head is already moving. Head movement in martial arts, boxing, kickboxing, whatever, is a mixture of anticipation and reaction. So if I'm jabbing and dipping, I'm anticipating that someone is probably going to throw something back at me. But I'm also ready to react if he does throw something, that I'm going to block and I'm going to react with a counter, or maybe look to go another direction if he threw something that I wasn't expecting. When kicks are involved, we need to make sure we're definitely not always going the same direction. We're going to need to make sure that we're not going too far down to one side, and I'm going to have to make sure that I'm also not just dropping my hand down to the side as well, because an experienced opponent is going to read that and then kick me in the face. So if I bring in Ellis, if Ellis and I are sparring, I'm going to look to jab and then dip down to the side. Maybe I'm anticipating that Ellis jabs back quite a lot, so if I jab him, boom, he's going to jab me back, so I read that pattern, so then I'm ready next time to jab, dip, boom, and then start firing back with shots. So on this occasion, I dip to the outside. Maybe I might jab and dip to the inside. So I read that again, I jab, dip, and then start maybe throwing this shot over the top. Like I said with the hand position, and I don't want to be too predictable with this. If I'm jabbing and always dipping to this side, always here, jab, always dipping over here, at some point Ellis is going to read that and he's maybe going to throw the left hook, maybe the left high kick. So a jab and a dip. He starts reading that himself, dip, boom, he starts throwing up that kick, so I have to be ready. I've either got that guard in place, or ideally, I'm going to be moving my head more. Go to the other side. So this time, maybe I'm reading that if I jab, Ellis tries to counter with the right hand a little bit more. So jabbing, I'm dipping off to the side here. Jab, dipping off to the side. If he's throwing that hook, my guard's ready to block it. If he's throwing the straight, I'm going to look to dip to the outside of it. So again, here, jab and dipping, and then I'm ready, jab, dip. I'm going to start firing back with my shots, or maybe I'm going to jab and dip, jab, dip, and throw the punch at the same time as I've anticipated his punch coming back, and then I'm ready to start countering him. So that was all left and right. You could also jab and dip down the centre. Jab, dip here, and then maybe he'll start coming up with punches. Or in an MMA context, I might jab, he jabs back, dip, and then I use that to start to enter in on the legs. So main things, jabbing and just making sure you're not always putting your head in the same position. Jab, go to my right, jab, go to my left, jab, go down the centre, have counters on either side. Make sure your guard is up whatever side you go. And yeah, I think that's it. So jab and dip, keep your head moving, don't be predictable with it. And that's what I think Jack Slack is talking about.